me the gift cards.
So before you leave today, what we're going to do is I'm going to have the students call down, and then we're going to let you all take pictures with the students.
Okay.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Pinnacle Group.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being at our steering committee meeting today. We're going to start off with introductions today.
I'm Tim Smithart from Brookhaven College.
Okay, can you tell us what you do at Brookhaven?
Well, I used to be the senior academic advisor over all dual credit. Kind of split off since I'm early college, high schools now. Now I'm the coordinator of dual credits.
Oh, excellent.
Mainly with traditional dual credit, not the ECHS part per se, but I still kind of overview that.
Right. Okay.
I'm Jordan Woody. I'm with Pinnacle Group. I'm the assistant to general counsel and director of HR there.
I'm Lindsay Morrow, also with Pinnacle Group, and I'm the benefits specialist.
I'm Dr. Moore. I'm with Early College here, and I'm a counselor.
And I'm Aisha Green. I'm the workplace learning coordinator. I'm kind of the liaison that brings everyone to the table together. All right, so let's start off with some good news. We need some good news. Anyone want to share good news?
Well, we've got, I'd love to share with all of our kids, that are in early college and they're doing well. We're getting ready to get our second report card for the second 6 weeks. So, okay. I'm supposed to bring this up.
No, it's
Hey. So, and so we're getting ready to get those second report cards, and we're seeing some improvement with kids and those that maybe are needing some extra help. We're coming in and working interventions and we think the kids are excited to be here, and they're working very hard. I call them my heroes because I can't imagine all the work that they do if I were their age. So they really are true heroes in my eyes.
I'm excited Jordan's on. I'm excited to have you here so that we can have these dialogues and these wonderful conversations about the students. And I know your job is a lot outside of the industry partner section, but we're just excited to have you on.
Thank you very much.
This year, it has just really increased in the amount of touch points and opportunities from the students, from the work, from the industry partners and the students, and working together. So the students are really excited. They always benefit. They always tell us how excited they are about the programs. On Fridays are casual dress days, but when we have mentoring sessions, the students usually dress up like I tell them, you're always interviewing, so make sure you dress to impress. But we don't necessarily turn them around if they have on jeans or a t-shirt. And so what do the students do on Fridays? I mean, they really come dressed to impress. So I really like that.
Now, what are Fridays?
Okay, so Fridays are what we call, because they're not in their college classes, those are our mentoring days, and those are our touch points with our industry partners. And so what we're able to do, last year, it was like 2 big touch points. It was like 2 in the fall and 2 in the spring. Well, this year we've increased it, like not even tripled it, like quadrupled the touch points. So our industry partners, we have it booked every single weekend every single Friday except for one Friday of the month. And that's to ensure that the students are able to catch up. So we met the industry partners, they come in and they mentor, and it's 55 students who are a part of the mentoring program. And what they do is they teach them interviewing 101, which is tomorrow, professional dress attire, how to interact with your coworkers, how to write a resume, and how to shake hands professionally.
Right.
What are some of these soft skills that the students need? So our industry partners, they come in and they provide the professionalism that the students need that are hands-on, but they also are the nurturers as well. So they come in and they really love on the kids and make them feel a part of something bigger. So it's been really awesome. Okay. We were going to talk about some TSI and college updates. I placed them in the folder. Excuse me. Okay, so we'll come back to the TSI, and college updates. And we'll skip down to our interviewing 101. So tomorrow is our interviewing 101. Did you all park in the back by any chance, or did you park in the front?
We parked in the back.
Yeah, that's just easier.
Okay.
So, the students, do you know the process of the mentoring session?
No.
Okay, so what we'll do tomorrow, is we have a group of 15 students per session that will come in. Some classes are a little bit larger than 15 students, but for the most part, it averages out as 15. They'll come and they'll sit around the table, and the presenter usually uses the True Touch board, and they'll give the presentation. And what I usually ask is if it's anything that you all need for us to give to the students. When the students come in, they'll have a sign-in sheet, and then they'll pick up their folders, and they have a folder from all of their mentoring sessions and all of the materials that they've had, and they're keeping it to collect a portfolio. Okay. So I know tomorrow is interviewing 101. Is there anything in particular that you need?
I know that they'll need the smart or the touch board, because they'll have PowerPoints, but other than that, I don't think so.
Okay, will you be attending with them?
I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay, and then I will also provide you with a bell schedule, because the bell schedule is weird. Some is one session is 55 minutes and one session is 35 minutes. So what I usually do is I sit off to the side of the computer over there and I do this.
Okay.
And then I'll do this.
Okay.
And if you need assistance, so if we usually have coffee and water available for all of our presenters, our students, they come in and we love on them. We let them have it too.
Okay.
And they come in on time. And I usually say to get started immediately, because a lot of times it doesn't leave room for question and answers. So if I tell you it's 10 minutes left, either you can keep on or you can stop and give the group opportunities to ask questions. Okay. We have one group that is a group of 9th graders. And so they're the babies, and they will ask questions, but some of them, like on resume writing, the question was, "This is nice, ma'am, but what is a resume?" Okay. You know, so, okay. You know, the 10th graders, they know what a resume is and they've been exposed to it, but our 9th graders, they just don't know sometimes. And that's our 3rd group. Okay. So you'll have 4 sessions. Okay. The last session is flexibility, because it's the lunch schedule, the lunch class, and it's an extended class. So we let them talk as much as they like and interact with the students.
How do you pick the particular freshman?
Okay, the way we picked the freshmen was different from the way we picked the sophomore. The freshman was based upon the availability in the college class. So we have 3 different pathways. You know this, right? You all know this? Okay, so we have 3 different pathways, and so the pathway that has the least amount of struggling students in a college class is the pathway we chose. So this students who are being mentored from our 9th graders are the VizCom students. 100% of them are passing VizCom, and so we were able to allow them to come on Fridays, whereas the other students, they really use that time to study. Okay. They use that time to study. And so the VizCom students, we picked half this semester and the other half will come next semester. Okay.
Is there anything you need us to bring tomorrow?
Do you have handouts?
I can tell the people who do to have a handout.
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times it gets emailed to me afterwards. Okay. But the students, they like to have these, like when it was the resume writing, they gave them packets. Like I keep their folders. They took the packets out the folders. And I was like, "You're defeating the purpose." They were like, "No, Ms. Green, this is good information." Okay. So if we present it to them, and they'll take notes, and it's okay, it's good notes, but for the most part, to be able to reference the PowerPoint back after they presented it to them, it's good. Okay. Good resources for them to have. You have any suggestions?
Well, they can tie it. Well, not the VCOM. I don't have the VCOM people. I have the business.
You have the business students. You have the business students. And we now have, before we would pull the laptops from the different classes, we didn't have one that's specifically for the conference room or workplace learning. But now we have a laptop card specifically for workplace learning. So they can type. That's a great idea. Or so if you have a flash drive and you want to send it to them via email or something like that, they can do that as well.
Okay. How many students is there altogether?
55.
Okay.
We'll come back to the college update. Are there any questions about the interview one-on-one? Okay, our next thing is the workplace learning calendar. So before school, before school actually started, I worked with the HR director at NBC, and she's also the HR director with Telemundo. And I also worked with Emily, and it took hours and hours and hours of coordinating this event. So Jordan, you and I will meet probably weekly. We usually have a phone conference weekly.
Okay.
And it goes bi-weekly when the weeks are easy and we've already set the plan.
Okay.
So for this semester, we almost have it out solidified except for one date.
Okay.
But for the most part, it's been easy to just run through because we work really, really hard at solidifying it. So if you flip over to the back, we are already at November the 10th. And then we'll have November 17th will be NBC and Telemundo. And December 1st will be NBC and Telemundo as well. The one thing that we did not determine was the December assembly for Nina Baca.
Okay.
I know that we discussed it, but I know they were saying that her schedule is just so busy that it's changed, and it's changed a lot. It's changed a lot. We looked at our calendar, and if it's still available for this semester, I don't know if she wants to come next semester, but if she really does want to come this semester, if possibly December the 8th.
There's a good chance she'll probably be here. We have a bunch of events the next week, so a good chance she'll be
Can I ask a strange question? I don't know what Pinnacle, what
Do you want to explain that?
What umbrella, then you have specific, I've heard all of them. I've been
Right,
with TJCA for, since its inception. I've heard Pinnacle, and of course I know what Telemundo is, but I Pinnacle, I just kept nodding, and I didn't ask what it is.
Well, so we're a staffing firm. We do workplace solutions. We work with mostly like IT companies to place people throughout the country. And Nina Baca, our CEO, she's very much into like giving back to the community, which brought about this partnership. And so I know she's been out here. She came out last year to speak to the kids, and she just loves, like working with the kids and everything. But yeah, so like Jordan and I both work in HR, and so we've been working closely with TGCA to coordinate the events and everything.
I still call it TJC, I'm sorry.
It's
always gonna be that to me. I don't.
TJCA is still a name that we love, and it's so dear to us. But PTEC establishes us as being official. but we still say it. We still say it.
What's the PTEC is?
That's a pathway to technology.
Oh, okay.
So you have some schools that will have HTech. I don't know what HTech is.
WTY's.
Teachers, at the end of this countdown, close your doors. 60 seconds and counting.
This is new.
This is it's new this week.
That's very weird.
It's new this week.
50 seconds and counting.
It's like eerie.
It's supposed to be eerie, but the students love it. They're not really. It's supposed to be eerie, but the kids on the test right there, like.
So gnarly. Some people that go, they can't.
Yeah.
There's
There's not much you can do. Oh, and then they're gonna make announcements.
Yeah. And we stop that, it's gonna stop the whole meeting.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teachers, close your door.
There's announcements.
Yeah, and announcements, so. Oh, okay, well, before the announcements. So we are looking at our pathways and we're making some changes possibly for next semester on how the courses are gonna look, for that, because, we know that we've had some difficult courses for the kids and they may change that a little.
Good afternoon. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Now for a moment of silence. You may be seated. Don't forget about joining the PTSA today to have your name put into a drawing for a dinner for four at Tumanaba Cafe. It's only $10 for the entire school year. Stop by room 203A, Miss Reba. African American Association will have their next meeting on Tuesday, November 14th. Please join us to discuss historical Black colleges and universities, nominations for office, and more campus involvement. It will be in room 130 at 8:30 a.m. Everyone is welcome. Can't wait to see you there. All 9th, 10th, and 11th grade girls, you are invited to the first Step Up Showcase of the year. Come for the pizza and stay for the sisterhood, plus games and the Step Up pop-up store. We hope to see you there, Thursday, November 16th in the library, fixed room from 4:30 to 6 p.m. Attention all faculty participating in the Faculty Talent Show. There will be a brief meeting after school on November 13th in the auditorium.
Yeah.
If you cannot attend this meeting, please send someone from your talent act to attend for you. It is very important that you attend. Please see email about rehearsal times and opportunities. Again, this meeting is next week after school on November 13th in the auditorium for all faculty participating in the talent show. Hey TJ, are you ready for some basketball? Your TJ boys basketball team will have their first home game this coming Monday. We want to pack the house. TJ is hosting the Wildcats from Woodrow Wilson. Let's show up and show out and support our 2017-2018 boys basketball team some love. Tickets sold at the door, $2 for students, $4 for adults. All staff with ID badges do get in free. Freshmen tip off at 5:30 p.m., followed by the JV at 6:30 and varsity at 8. We want to hear the TJ fanatics. TJ boys basketball have moved their home games back home. We look forward to seeing you. Make plans today and tomorrow to attend the ECHS Theater Department's production of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. The show begins at 7:30 today and tomorrow in the TJHS auditorium. Tickets for the show are only $5 and can be purchased during all lunches this week or at the door on the day of the show. The musical is fun for all ages and you don't want to miss it. And last but not least, students, you are preparing yourself for college each and every day. Have pride in yourself and show up for class. Set your mind to achieve and pass your courses. Be tenacious about making the right choices and success will follow. Have a great TJ Day.
We get that all done.
They don't make announcements second period. We all don't have second period every day.
But we're the same,
It was a WTY this morning. They did it early, so this is my second time. Yeah.
Right, I know.
And it was new for me too,
Yeah,
later
yeah,
announcement.
yeah.
I was like, what is the announcements? It's usually in the morning. Next day.
Yeah, so we're just talking about the pathways. Do you have any questions? You know,
Which ones were you wanting to? Which ones were you wanting to maybe?
well, they're looking at, I think both CIT and business as far as, you know, getting those maybe more aligned, you know, to.
Let's give our industry partner background. Just to give you a background, we have 3 pathways. It's computer information technology, viscom, and business. And our viscom students are just really soaring in their pathways. But the other two pathways, the students have experienced a couple of hiccups in the classroom. And so what we have been looking at is trying to get mentors because they're 14. They're 14, 15, and 16 taking classes that usually an 18 to 21-year-old person has to take at least when they leave here, they're expected to be able to go into the workforce with their pathways. So our students can either receive a degree, an associate degree, associate of applied science degree, or they can receive a certificate in their pathway. And so right now, last year it was almost smooth sailing. We had 2 professors, and this year we have quadrupled that amount and quadrupled the amount of students. So all but how many students are in college classes?
Oh, and including the speech, because we also have speech as a dual credit class. So we just have maybe 30 that are, well, no, I mean, everybody would be at probably only about 20.
Maybe, right.
Yeah,
So we have maybe 20 students out of approximately 240 students that are not in college classes. So it takes a lot of monitoring, not just the high school side, but the college side. And our students in the P-Tech program are in all AP classes, pre-AP classes. And then we have some students who are not just taking one college class, but they're taking 2 college classes. So you go from taking 1 class last year, a small little class here and there last year, to a full-blown going into college. And then next year, they will be transitioning into more college classes, more like 9 to 12 hours of college classes. And so but Dr. Moore has been doing, and she has done a fantastic job of like to the night, all day, every day. And we've created processes. We've all, and Ms. Everhart has created processes to track the students, to provide them service. We brought in additional tutoring companies. We have ETB here that is also providing tutoring to our students. We've had certified teachers to come in and work with our students. But there's some of them are still very much so struggling in their college classes. And so Dr. Moore has been working closely with the college to just try to align the classes and to see what is the best class to take first to help them adjust into transitioning into a college class. Because a lot of their classes are requiring essay, not an essay, but research papers. Well, the 9th graders, they have not even taken research. We're preparing them for the writing TSI, which they passed. Our students have done an excellent job on the writing TSI. But that was the main focus. Let's get them past this hump. And now we're at another hump. So we're working tirelessly on our end, trying to see what roles and strategies that we can implement before the students actually come to high school. How can we work? Dr. Moore's been working with the 8th grade teachers and 8th grade counselors to see what we can do after the STAR test and how they can help implement TSI, the research strategies, and how we can pull the students in on maybe Saturdays before they actually come to us, and even during our bridge camp. So that's what we've been working on as far as transitioning. And so it has been a gigantic task to ensure that all of our students, because last year, every single student passed the college class. There was not one single student that failed a class. And so this year, it's not that they're failing the classes, it's just it's struggle, because even a D is a struggle. A D is a 1.5 on your GPA in your transcript in college. And so that's what we've been working with, which is something that we wanted to also ask you to help us with.
Yeah, and then the other thing, being industry partners, we're going to be looking for what they call co-op on the college side, right? Which will be their internships. So our 10th graders are possibly going to have that in 11th grade. Don't know if that'll be first semester or second semester. And so, we're just looking at how that we can implement that. we have to look at different things on our side as far as transportation. You know, they're still our babies, so to speak, so we can't just say, oh, see you guys later, you know? We have to be able to, there has to be accountability on both sides. So, you know, hopefully our industry partners will be able to jump in at some point and, you know, help us look for those internships as well. And definitely you would speak with that, into that. And then that, yeah, so, you know, the TSI is the test that they need to take some of their dual credit courses, their college courses. We have one on campus right now. It's the speech course that some of our students are taking, our 10th graders. And so they would have had to have passed that first one, which TSI-R is reading, the second one, TSI-W is writing, and the third one, TSI, again, is your math. And that just shows that you're college ready when you can pass those. So the college on their end, and I don't know if Mr. Smithart wants to address that even more.
As far as what, you know, your sophomores, unless you have something in writing that they have to pass TSI, not all your kids are going to have to pass TSI. You can use your STAR scores.
Right.
So unless you have it in writing that they have to pass TSI, they can be temporarily college met by their STAR course, so that's going to help here at the end. Same thing with your algebra. Your sophomores have already had Algebra 1, which bridges them temporarily into college algebra if that's on their pathway,
Right.
or their business math. So you may want to address that whether you actually want to test them. It's not a bad idea to test them just to see what their level is, but you probably get all those kids to a math class. The reading test is a challenge for everybody. It's not just a challenge to the high school kids, it's a challenge to the college kids. You know, having to take developmental reading classes at the college, your kids can't take developmental reading classes. So
Yeah, so you can see by the scores that, you know, we do very well with our writing. You know, the reading is the one that we're working on, and the math we're just starting to take. 10th graders have only taken once. They've tried math once because we really want them to get more TSI math right now in the reading and the writing. They can take some of those dual credit courses before they go off to college.
If you all have any questions about TSI or the colleges,
as you'll notice, a lot of times there is a correlation between reading and math. If they can't read the language that well, they don't know what the question is. They may do the math if someone was to show them on the board. They're going to sit down and draft this stuff out and no problem. But when it's a word problem or something, they can't put two and two together. So a lot of times that does correlate.
And I was going to say, we had a teacher, ESL teacher, English as a second language teacher from the middle school over here the other day. And we were talking to them about that because we are like 96 or 97% Hispanic. Not that, you know, means that the kids can't read, but, you know, being second language could, you know, that could deter a little bit their reading skills. And so just trying to see, you know, how can we bridge that with them. And Ms. Green was just great in giving them, she's had a lot of experience with, from her previous school, working with the reading TSI and a lot of resources to give them. So we're hoping to collaborate, as she said earlier, on a better scale with our middle schools so that we can kind of work to bridge that gap.
That's my background, reading. So I have a reading, English language arts background, and I taught reading at the middle school for 3 years, but primarily high school language arts. But that's my background, and I worked in another early college where I strictly worked with TSI, and it was truly that we had a really great reading teacher, like foundational reading skills. And so she taught reading strategies to the students, and we were also able to bring her over to our campus, and she was able to give our teachers here a professional development over her strategies and her skills. And it's, if you look here, the 9th and 10th grade, they're almost parallel to one another. So this is 10th grade as a this very moment, which they were not privy to the background knowledge and the reading skills that the ninth graders had. So you look at the ninth graders who are 2 points behind the 10th graders at the first semester of school, their ninth grade year, but they had those additional resources we were able to bring and incorporate to help the students be successful. She was able to come over and teach them the reading and the writing and give a professional development. I mean, and it has truly worked, and it's evident. So now we just have to implement those same skills with the 10th graders.
Those poor 10th graders were the guinea pigs.
I know, a little bit.
For
They
all
are
the
strong.
three that we serve.
Yes.
So what we do at North Dallas and WTY is predicated on what your portal sophomores have to go through. So somebody else will have it better because of the trailblazers. They're the trailblazers, the 10th graders. So they were going to be a little lower just because they were like just thrown into this.
Right.
Yeah.
Not thrown in, you know what I mean?
You know, it's
and sink or swim until we learn things. So they picked it up quite a bit.
right. And the thing about the sophomores is they are the trailblazers. We always tell them that they have the heart. I mean, their heart and the desire is strong. That's what you'll notice. That's what you'll get to see about the students. They don't have. We have strong parental involvement, but the parents cannot help them with college courses. It's beyond their capabilities because they are first generational college students. However, the parents are willing to check the grades. So we had a parent night about e-campus and showing the parents what the difference was between the two and how to monitor high school grades and how they could also effectively monitor their child's progress. So while some of them can't help them complete the assignments or check over their assignments that they're turning in, they can adequately check their grades to know where they are. And so we gave them some tools that they utilize, and we've seen an increase since the parent meeting.
That's why those 10th graders are my heroes.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry, I wish I could stay, but I need to leave. That's okay with you all.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So, we went up there. Okay, so everyone kind of received an email. Did you receive an email about Discover Dallas?
But I don't know.
Before I go, were there any questions about the calendar? I know I went over it, but I didn't stop to say, do we need to clarify it or anything like that? Okay, and so for next semester, it will kind of be easy because we'll touch on the exact same topics, just with a different group of students.
Okay.
And plugging in those dates. And now, Discover Dallas. So we received an email about a STEM Expo, which is going to be January the 20th. And it's a Saturday. You did.
I heard about it. I don't know if I actually got all of it. Just I did heard about it.
Okay. So we have this STEM Expo, and STEM groups are the groups that create technology and engineering. So with the STEM expos that I've visited, I've never participated in one, and TJ didn't participate in one last year. They have something set up that people can look at the station, see the student work in progress, or they can see what they like robotics. So if they have a robotics club, you'll have students usually there with robots, just moving the robots, talking to people as they pass by that may be interested, just displaying their work. So you have robotics, you have the television. We have another partner, another school who also has a visual communication department. So they're with Univision. And they had the green screen with the camera, and any student that walked by, they could come and have some type of visual or pretend that they were on camera live and things of that sort. So with this expo, they want to know if we want to do some type of STEM focused events.
I would contact our dean of math and science. She's big into STEM. Dr. Wetzel, Catherine Wetzel, WDCEL. WDCEL. And should be K Wetzel at DCCD.edu.
Okay.
Very sharp lady. She might be interested, she might not.
Right.
The worst she can say is,
Is
sorry,
no.
that's our first week of the semester, I know that, but
Right.
hey, it didn't hurt, she might farm it out to somebody else in the STEM program.
Right.
Might give you some ideas or thoughts or assistance or something.
Right. And that's a good person. I'm definitely going to reach out to Dr. Kathy Witzel. And they wanted us to have our college partner there and also our industry partners there. And just coming up with something, I mean, it's very evident that visual communication is the easiest because you can put a camera up there, have a green background, even if we don't have a green screen, and we can display that. But it's so much bigger than that. Like, we have the business administration, we have computer information technology that we could display. So that's what we kind of want. I wanted to come together today to see if there's any ideas or thoughts running across your head that we could use at a STEM expo to not only display visual communication. Visual communication is always our fallback. It's just really easy to fall back on that. But I mean, it's great things happening in the classes and computer information technology. Like, they're working on Microsoft certifications, and it's just things like that. The business students, they're learning how to type, taking typing classes and taking speech classes. But we don't have any products or anything that has been visible that we could display. So, any ideas?
But STEM is science technology. I guess you get the T is where you're coming from. But it's not because you don't really have a science path, you don't have a math path, so technology is strictly VCOM. But contact our VCOM people at Brookhaven.
Right.
You know Dr. Bleak, Gerard Bleak.
I have met him. I met him
Yeah,
last
he's a
year.
very interesting man. And VCOM is awesome at Brookhaven.
They are. We have some student work displayed in there.
Yes, yes.
So we can always do the fallback of the green screen. We can display pictures, but with Pinnacle being business background, is there anything that you all use to like display or?
I'm trying to think of like some things we've done at like trade shows in the past. But like funny enough, we have done like the green screen with like when we relaunched as like Pinnacle Group, we used that as a big part of our booth that year because we did the green screen and like then like had the new logo and everything incorporated into like pictures and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, we can still do that, and it can be we can incorporate. Do you still have the background of the?
No, it was a rented part of our booth. Yeah. I'm trying to think of. I used to go to like trade shows and stuff with the company too. So I've like seen a lot of different things. I don't know, it's definitely something we can think about and try to get back to you. Like maybe talk to some of our VPs that do like a little bit more of like that, like the selling like face to face. They see so much stuff out there, like when they go and talk to different companies and everything. Like I feel like they might have some ideas of something that we could try.
I feel like they have a lot of visual stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Okay. And so we'll just follow up with that, and when we talk in our weekly or bi-weekly meetings.
Because business is a boring thing, I mean, never mind, but it's boring. Who wants to stop and talk debits and credits?
But that's still like
I know what you mean, but it's just hard to get jazzed about business unless you talk banking and you got a money thing and someone's grabbing money or something like that. That's something.
Or like if you, because since one of the pathways is it's like computer, like you said it's computer information technology. So do they like, I know they probably haven't gotten there yet. Do they do like coding and things like that? Because we do have like our business intelligence department, like they're really good at like doing like writing code and stuff like that. I don't know if that is something maybe we could incorporate.
I think that's great. I mean, it's definitely something to think about and how it would look displayed. I like the idea about business, unless you're talking money, that is a part of it, a branch of it. We can have P-Take books, you know, just have P-Take books and have our business pathway maybe written on the books, and have, I don't know, like a cash register, or Discom students have them craft and create some type of fake ATM machine.
Right, you could have, kind of incorporate them all into one. Yeah.
We can have tally sheets. What does it take to maintain a living? Have students at this station just talking about it, passing out fake money. Kids love candy. Candy is your prize. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we'll just follow up and just get more concrete dates. Maybe December is already here, but that's it. So, next topic. Any questions about that? Please send ideas. If you have ideas, that would be lovely.
Where's it gonna be at?
What does it say? It's gonna be Expo. This is all I have. I will get back to you with the actual location. I'm doing copy and paste.
Yeah, they didn't inform you. They're saying, get ready.
Right, get ready. And this is what they want from us. So they want us to say, oh, how many people are coming? I know Brookhaven has dedicated to be there. And we don't have any industry partners yet that have dedicated to be there. And you know, tell people if they have children, come with the kids, come with your children so that they can see the different type of expos that's going to take place. Career fair. So the Alumni Association here is creating a career fair, and it's going to be November 17th. So we have other academies at our school. That's why we like to be known as P-Tech now, because we have so many academies at our school. But we have like an Academy of Finance, Academy of Hospitality. So a lot of times they don't really want us to cross over that mark, because we're still, even though we're school within the school and we're working together, it's almost like you're competing with the other academies for students and recruitment. So we all talked about creating a career fair, and it's going to be November 17th. And they have people from AT&T there, just to set up a booth, tell them about their company. The students will come with a portfolio, like a folder like this. It'll say, they'll have a sheet that they need to fill out. They'll have to have a resume of some type. So they already have the booth set up. They already have people who are committed. We don't have anyone there, and there's no pressure. But if you'd like to, and the college would like to set up there, we would greatly appreciate it. It's not like you have to, because I know we have a lot of touch points already at this point. But if it's something that you're interested in, that the career fair is basically already set up, our students are going to participate based upon the resume writing skills that you sent over. And so the students have to go in there with a portfolio, the resume, and questions to ask. We don't have, they kind of spearheaded it, and they invited us to participate. I was like, sure, why not? Because alumni is hosting it. We want to make sure that the alumni stay happy because they donate and they help our program a lot. They donated uniforms to our students who could not afford uniforms. So we did not want to participate with the alumni. So if it's something that, you know, maybe you want to participate in on that Friday,
What was the time for
it's a whole school day. You know, you can rotate and just pick the times.
that?
It's set up in the auditorium.
And is it gonna be like they're doing just like a sample, like just coming, like if they were to come up to you like at just like any career fair, so you're just like kind of like, oh, here's like a pretend job, but okay.
Yes, that's it. Oh, thank you. And then they'll have questions to ask you about your field. How do you like it? What are your requirements? You have to have a 4-year college. Did you attend a 4-year college? Can you have a job in your field with an associate degree? What does your company do? Based upon my resume, how can I work for you, or is it something that's geared?
Okay.
And then we have, any questions? And then the second 6 weeks awards. So last 6 weeks we had 14 students with straight A's. Now we had a lot on AB honor roll, but straight A's, it's hard. We're going to celebrate them again this Tuesday, the 14th. This is just an update, so you'll know. Our students have really struggled this semester with their college classes and maintaining grades and maintaining sports and maintaining clubs and organizations. So Tuesday, we just want to really just love on them. You know, not a beat down, not a, we need you to come get it together. We're just going to love on them. We're going to create some type of team building exercise. So the 9th graders and the 10th graders can work together, interact with each other, just have a lot of fun. And then we're going to acknowledge our students. We have signs, like yard signs for all the students. It says, I'm a early college student at Thomas Jefferson P-Tech ECHS. So all the students will receive a yard sign that says they're a participant in the program. We'll have the certificates ready. So I just wanted to invite you all out if it's something that you're truly, you know, if you want to participate or if you want to see us interact with the students. It's just something to Tuesday. It's going to be during advisory time. So that's 3:50 to 4:16. We already talked about this second semester. Is there any questions or any concerns? Is there anything we can do to improve our steering committee meetings?
On the second one, other than the original ones a long time ago.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Tomorrow, what time do you want us here by?
9 o'clock.
Val and Jason.
Yeah.
I wish I could come out with you. I'm doing open enrollment right now for all of our consultants, so their deadline is tomorrow. So
Yeah, you have a lot to do.
And then the other thing Erin asked me to ask you is, I guess some people want a pizza party. Do you want us to bring pizza here, or do you want gift cards to a pizza place?
I think if you all have the time to interact, the kids love it.
Okay.
They love it. A gift card is nice and they'll be excited, but the opportunity to just sit and just build culture, they need it. They need it.
Okay.
Display for the hallways. So we want you all to be visible in the hallways. So if there's any flyer, poster, big, display.
Oh yeah, we have so much. We have marketing materials. Yeah. We can definitely bring something.
Right. Just any type of marketing, like when people see us, like we have this on our folders as our mission. It's on your smart. We have a mission statement. So we would love to have the opportunity to display our industry partners because we appreciate you all. If we don't ever say it to the Brookhaven or to you all enough, we appreciate you all. Our students appreciate you all. When they come and they see you, it changes. It gives them hope. It gives them the drive or the spirit that they need to know that it's so many people who believe in them. When they believe in themselves at times, but other times, they get hard on themselves and they don't really believe in themselves. And sometimes at one point they get down. And so when industry partners come, it's like we see the changes that takes place with them because they're like, I can do this. I believe in myself. And then you all come in, and the college partners come and they say, you all tell them that they can do it. You all tell them, well, we were where you were, or you have an opportunity we didn't have. And the kids love it. So we just appreciate that. Wholeheartedly. Is there anything else?
No.
Hope you enjoy your popcorn.
Thank you.
And hand sanitizer, and thank you for coming.
Most gift cards are for which students?
I guess it was for the Halloween. This was before I even came to Pinnacle. So
Okay, did they win a prize or something?
They did a Halloween little parade through here for us, and we judged their costumes.
Cool.